Flosstube. My name is Becca and this is Shadow getting her marshmallow. You've reached SamBrie Stitches here on Flosstube, and you can also find me on Instagram under SamBrie Stitches as well. This is a channel about cross stitch, and this is Flosstube number 102, and it is Wednesday, November 17th. 3 weeks feels like such a long time between recordings. Got a lot to show you. So I'm very excited to jump on in. First, I do want to welcome all of my new subscribers. I have received quite a few, so thank you so much for giving me and my channel a chance. And welcome back to my returning subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm a little behind on reading the comments, but I will get to it. But y'all are just so special to me. And if you're just finding me for the first time and haven't subscribed and you enjoy the video, please do hit that subscribe button. I would like to reach the next milestone because I have a pretty neat giveaway for that milestone. So just make sure that you kind of scroll down and see if you're subscribed. I would appreciate it. So as you saw at the beginning of my video, I had an amazing 3 weeks. I'm just going to keep looking down at my notes because I did like quick little things to talk about. This is going to be just a quick little recap. My daughter got a full-time job, my older daughter, which is awesome. And she got her very first car in her name, which is pretty cool. We have been given cars by friends, but this is the first one that she got from a dealership. So that's pretty neat. I'm very proud of her for getting her life on track after the pandemic kind of derailed everything. So that was pretty amazing. My molar broke on my lunch on Saturday. My husband comes every Saturday to take me out to lunch at work to give me a little bit of a break and do a little lunch date. And we were eating Chinese food, and all of a sudden shooting pain up my mouth. I think my face went white because my husband was like, what happened? And my molar broke. So that was the day before Halloween. I ended up going home from work 2 hours early. I called out on Halloween and the dentist couldn't get me in until that following Thursday. But I did get in. By then, everything, like the pain was gone. My gums are sensitive, but there's enough tooth left if they wanted to put a crown on it, but I think I'm going to leave it because they want a ridiculous amount of money even after insurance. So I think I'm just going to leave it. They said that everything is fine, and as long as I'm comfortable with it, it's all the way in the back. So that was a fun event. And then we did a little road trip. So my husband took a week off for elk hunting. So a few weeks ago it was deer season and he took a week off. So this time he took the week for elk hunting. And during that week, he actually just decided to surprise me and stay home for one of the days to hang out with me, which was pretty awesome. So we just stayed local. We were going to go on an adventure, but they closed the Hood Canal Bridge, which is literally like sits on the water. I am not a bridge person, so it sucks every time I go over a bridge. And thank goodness they closed it because apparently the waves were coming up over the edge of the bridge. So we stayed local. And as we were walking into the Navy Exchange on the Bangor base here in Bremerton, our phones went off with a tornado warning. It was insane. It was an insane hour. Both of my girls were at different places. You know, Sam was at work about 45 minutes away. Brie was at her boyfriend's, which was about 20 minutes away. And nobody knew what was going on. The winds were picking up. The hail came down. It was pouring rain. I guess the tornado never touched down, but there were some funnel clouds that appeared. And so it was a very crazy day. And I thank God that my husband randomly decided to stay home that day from hunting. He kept me sane and calm because I was freaking out over, my girls. and he's like my rock. He just keeps me centered. So we made it through that, which was a crazy day. We also went on a couple adventures that you saw as well in the photos. He took me to his hunting area and showed me around. And then the most recent one, we just went on this random drive and saw stinking zebras. I'm still in shock over that. Some ranch had buffalo and zebras and longhorn Texas steers, and they were just by the road able to take pictures. And I mean, I've seen zebras in zoos and such, but it was crazy. And then it was also kind of rainy and sunny, so we saw many rainbows. And it was just an awesome, awesome day. We weren't out for very long, but just that time together is just absolutely amazing. So it means so much that he likes to do those adventures and show me different places, which is pretty fun. During my 3 weeks, I also made a trip down to Portland to hang out at Anna Stitch Roadie's house. That was a blast. She doesn't have room for a bunch of people, so I think it's 5 or 6 max for the people. So it was Anna, myself, Audrey, which is Stitchy Witch 42, and Heather, Punky Purls, Janine from Acorns and Threads, and Cheryl, which is one half of Stitching with the Sisterlies. I wish Colleen could be there, but Colleen lives like an hour from me, so it would have been a long trip. But Colleen, I've not forgot about you. We do need to get together. We need to plan a day. I will come and hang out with you. I think we would have a blast. But I did not forget about you. She sent me a message and said that I forgot about her, but I didn't. I love Colleen to death. So we will be getting together. Darren also had a birthday. November 6th, which is also my long distance stitchy bestie's birthday as well, Anna, who is StitchToolBox on Etsy. They share the same birthday. It's an awesome day. It's an awesome day. Someday I'll get to celebrate with Anna as well, hopefully, but she is in Canada, so maybe someday. But they both had great birthdays, which was awesome. We also celebrated the Marine Corps birthday. That week is like one of my favorite weeks because it's my husband's birthday on November 6th, and then the Marine Corps birthday, which is the 10th of November, and then Veterans Day, which is the 11th of November. So that week is pretty jam-packed and amazing because I'm married to a veteran and I'm married to a Marine. So it's a pretty cool week for us. We're very patriotic. Family as well. So that was my week in a nutshell. I kind of rushed through it because I didn't want to bore everybody. Y'all saw the pictures at the beginning, so I hope you enjoyed that. It makes my heart happy to read the comments of people who really enjoy seeing the photos that I take because it's a different part of the world than what they're in. And I will keep doing it as long as y'all want to keep seeing them. It means a lot to me. I also had, let's see, I did a couple interviews in the past 3 weeks, and also I think I did the chart parade as well, which seems to be a big hit. So that makes me happy. So I hope you all enjoyed that. If you didn't, check it out. I do have playlists made up. So there's a playlist for the interview series. There's a playlist for the chart parade. There's a playlist for like my decor tour, which this will be coming on Thanksgiving. So very excited about that. And you know what? That was the end of my notes. So we're winging it from here. It's going to be a lot of fun. So what I'm going to do is, let's do the giveaway winners first before I jump into anything, because if I do them towards the end, it seems like people miss their names or they don't make it all the way through the video, and I don't have time to comment on their comments. So let's do the giveaways now. So I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back. All right, giveaways. So I was so happy to see that all of my winners that the random comment picker chose were publicly subscribed. So thank you so much for that. That is something that I will be checking from now on, because I do want my subscribers that, you know, support me to win the giveaways. And we can check that so easily now in the YouTube studio, which is awesome. So please make sure that you're publicly subscribed in order to enter the giveaways. So the first winner was this for the Twin Peaks Seasons safety pins. And these were donated so generously by Nursan and Nerdan from Twin Peak Primitives and Diane, who runs their exclusive TPP shop on Etsy. So this goes to Teresa Ruddy. So congratulations, Teresa. You won that one. Number 2 was the Cats and Fish Company. Super cute. And number 2 goes to Amy Wickhouse. Wyckhouse. So congratulations. Number 3 was the Twin Peak Circus. And that goes to Karen Monick. Monnich. And number 4 was the Seasons of the Soul. This one I really like. And this goes to Cynthia Tenney. So congratulations. Number 5, these 2 were donated generously by Carla from Cobweb Corner. And number 5 was the Nikki's Creation Primitives. And this was Quilt of the Season Halloween version. And this goes to Stratford Stitcher. So congratulations. Number 6 was also donated by Carla. This is Cricut Collection October. And this goes to Brenda Kelly. And last but not least, this was donated by the Fat Quarter Shop, Upside Down Bee. This was the planner. This was a huge giveaway. So congratulations to Stitchin' Darling. Congratulations. So if all of you wouldn't mind reaching out, email would be best. Please tell me which thing that you won, your real name and address as well. My email will be down below in the description box. Or you can shoot me a message on Instagram as long as we're following each other, so it doesn't go to my others folder because I might miss it. So those were the giveaways. Hi, I totally forgot to do the winner for the Lindy Stitches interview where she donated all those patterns. Congratulations to Rosebud Stitcher. So sorry, I had it in my notes and I totally forgot to insert it. I want to do a little bit of a review. This is the BenQ light. I was contacted by BenQ. We've been emailing back and forth in regards to trying out their reading lamp. And this is BenQ. There'll be links down below. And I was so excited to try this. They sent me a blue one, which is really cool. But this is a heavy duty substantial base, which is really nice. And the blue matches on the cord and it gets tucked in to this, which is really nice. And it took me a little bit to figure out like the lighting, but this is like the coolest thing ever. You touch it and bam, it goes on. And then you can change, like this is like a little bit of a blue light. You can go to yellow. It's really cool. And then you touch it again and you turn it off. You can adjust the lighting on it. Also, it's neat because you can rotate it at, you know, like it can do so many things. I've been using it for a few days now and I really, really like it. It sits on my little table stand and the light is just super, super bright. This does have to be plugged in. So it is a pretty long cord, very, very long cord. And it is just, I love the heft to it because I move my little, it's like a little couch table stand thing that I move basically. I got it from Home Goods. And this just keeps it balanced and doesn't fall off when I try to get up from my couch and such. So I am really enjoying this. It's such a cool look too. The curve, like it's so cool. So I will be linking the information down below if you want to go check out the light or purchase one. I'm so thrilled with it, and I'm honored that they asked me to try it out and do a review of it, because it's a pretty cool light. And I do believe that they have different colors, but I love the blue that they sent me. Look at that. Look, it's so cool. So yeah, so I like that light. If you have any questions for me, or you know, you want to see it in action or whatever, let me know. I can take pictures or videos or whatever and send them to you. But definitely go check them out, because that is a really cool product. All right, now to some finishes. So you can see behind me now, it's empty. I pulled them off of the wall. So the first one was, I was invited to partner with a fat quarter shop for the Autumn Beauty Sale, and I am in love with the finish. They allowed us to choose either the DMC or the Classic Colorworks, and I chose the Classic Colorworks. And this is how I finished it. So this frame, look at that. I love that. This frame I got from Goodwill, and I'm so mad at myself because I broke the glass on it. I like glass on my stitching. And the reason I broke the glass is because you see the back. I'm not a big fan of these type of frames. They have the little metal doohickeys, and some of them were really hard to pull out, and some were stuck through the cardboard, which is how I broke the glass. So I was trying to get that loose. It did come with the mat, but I had to cut the mat bigger so that it would go outside of the checkered border. But I am in love with this. Autumn Beauty Sale from Fat Quarter Shop. I just, look at that. And in this sign here, you can choose, I think, four different words. I chose harvest so that it could be out with my Thanksgiving display. But I love it so much. I love finding frames at Goodwill. I am not a huge fan of framing, but smaller pieces like this, and this is nowhere near perfect. It's still wonky, but you know, this is just a seasonal piece. Even though I love it, it's only gonna go up with my Thanksgiving stuff. It doesn't go on my sampler wall. That I typically get professionally framed just because it's out on my wall all the time. Let me set that down there. My next finish I am also in love with. This is Autumn Strolls by Lindy Stitches. All of the pieces I show you are on 18 count. I cannot remember what that one is on, but hopefully I'll have it in the description box. This one I left off the border because I wanted it to be a flat fold. Look at those glorious birds. Stephanie is just like a wizard when it comes to charting birds. This I think is on 18 count Princess by bestitchme. And I did a flat fold. This fabric my older daughter picked out when we were out shopping with our friend Betty. And I love it. And then this is, I think, Creamsicle Chenille from Lady Dot Creates. And then I just put a little blue ribbon on the bottom. So originally when I learned how to do flat folds, I did watch Vanna Pfeiffer's tutorial. So thank you so much, Vanna, for putting those tutorials out for free and making them so easy to follow. I love making flat folds now. It does use quite a bit of sticky board because I use sticky board. I think she uses matte board. And she uses Aliens glue. I use hot glue. But I mean, they look the same. They do. I mean, hers is more professionally done and beautiful. But I'm happy with mine. I love these birds so much. Look at them. Wow. So that is my second fully finish, and I just love it. And it actually just goes right there. The next one I think is my favorite that I have stitched so far from Deanna at Cherry Hill Stitchery. I always try to have at least one of her pieces going for the season or whatever. And this one I could not put down. It's just so pretty. And I can't remember what fabric this is on either. I want to say Bronze Age by bestitchme. But look at that. So I wanted a darker brown tobacco basket, but I couldn't find one in this size. So I think the light one works. My older daughter helped pick out the backing fabric. I had that in my stash. It's just some gold little leaves, but it's really, really pretty. And then I used a Rae Dunn pumpkin because I had a pack of those and some fake leaves. And I am in love with how this turned out. I think this is my favorite pattern that I've stitched just because the colors that Deanna chose and then the fabric that I chose, they just look so great together. So great together. And it says, may our lives be full of thanks and giving. And I love it so much. Such a simple little finish. And that actually goes back here if it stays up, like it has to be propped up. But yeah, now it doesn't want to stay up. Oh well, it goes back there. I have to prop it back up. Then my final fully finished piece I got back from the framers. And this one I think is just going to stay up all year long, even though it's more of an autumn. But look, there is my cinnamon stars. I love it. So this frame is perfect for it. I did want it framed a little bit closer to the stitching, but I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I just would have liked it a little bit more snug, but I'm so happy that there is a framer at my Michael's, because if you followed me for any amount of time, my Michael's has been an absolute nightmare and I don't have many framing options in the area. But Kristen works there now and Kristen does an amazing job. So I always request her. I hope she never quits. I told her that too. I'm like, you can never quit. But yeah, so here it is. This is on 18 count vintage country mocha. And I had started this 2 years ago. And when I started it, I was using 2 strands on 18 count. And then I just put it away about a year ago because I like 1 strand on 18 count. And then I saw Robin of Lady Robins and a few others finish this. And I'm like, I really need to get it out because it's such a beautiful piece. And you know what? I fell back in love with 2 strands. This needed 2 strands. I don't think I would have liked it with the 1 strand because the colors are so rich. And I think 1 strand just would have made it, you know, not as rich and full. So there it is, all finished. So proud of this one and I love it so much. So there is that. So before we jump into finishes, let's do a couple of giveaways. And let me make notes because otherwise I will be terrible at remembering that. So the first one is from Fat Quarter Shop and it came in one of the sows that I was invited to participate in. And this is 14 count vintage cloth by Lori Holtby in my bonnet. This is oatmeal. It's an 18 by 21. So, so oatmeal Aida 14 count is it's just going to be number 1. And this I should be able to ship anywhere. So I'm not going to limit it. It's not huge. So I don't think it'll be too terrible. So that's number 1. And then, in a few videos ago, the charts that were donated by Carla were never claimed. So I'm going to just redo them. Instead of choosing a new one, this will be better. So, number 2 is going to be the Blue Flower Harvest Magic. Harvest Magic number 2. And then we will do the other giveaways in a little bit. I like to sprinkle them throughout so that everybody has to watch the videos. So this was a finish that I did actually last night I completed it. And this was out of the box last year from StitchToolBox, my long distance stitchy bestie. She designed a pattern. So this was Christmas 2020 edition, and it was Christmas treats. So she designed this and put it in her box, which there might still be a few available for this year's Christmas in her Etsy shop, which will be linked down below. And if you do manage to snag one, just let her know you heard about it from here. I forgot to say in my last video that if you went and bought a box, to let her know that you heard it from my channel, because you would be entered in for a giveaway from her. So if you did manage to grab one of her boxes and you heard about it from my last video, shoot her an email or a message and let her know so that you can get an extra ticket in the giveaway. But yeah, so definitely contact her or go check out, because her boxes are pretty awesome. This is on 18 count sandstorm from bestitchme, and no, I didn't iron, but look at. So what I did is I squished it and I put the colors up on my Instagram, but I squished it up so that I could have a smaller finish for my display. And I used my own colors, and added a couple of buttons. And I just love how it turned out. It's so cute. So, so cute. Hot cocoa, candy canes, and treats. So, love that one. I have a lot of finishing to do. A lot of finishing. The next one was Country Cottage Needleworks, Gingerbread Girl, and Peppermint Tree. A small. And I finished that one. And this was, I think this was Bronze Age or Random Brown, but it's bestitchme. And there's this one. Just super cute. And this was such a quick finish. So there's that one. And then this was a Stitching with the Housewives finish. And this was also very quick. This is on 18 count dirty chalkboard from bestitchme. I am doing a patriotic Santa display, and this is my only patriotic piece finished. I'm going to try to get one other one that they have, one other small one that they have in their Etsy shop finished. But if you all haven't checked out Chrissy, Finally a Farm Girl, her recent Flosstube, she shows the a patriotic Santa that I think Nursan made. Oh, I immediately went to the Etsy shop, but it wasn't in there. Oh my gosh, that would be perfect for my display. It was just amazing. But yeah, so there's that one. And then my final finish, this was a freebie that someone had sent me the link to the freebie. And I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but I used my own colors and it stitched up so quickly. It's teeny tiny, but that's just adorable. I changed it up a little bit. I put the peppermint stick instead of like it was a biscotti stick or something like that. And I added some green. And so this is super tiny, and I may have the perfect finish for it, but we'll see if I can make it work. Again, this is 18 count. I don't know if it's the unnamed Aida or what, but it's also bestitchme. So those are my finishes so far. I'll probably have more finishes that'll be FFOs by the next video. So let's jump into some whips. I don't have as many as I normally do because I did all the finishing. But this one I will have to put the picture in because this is a PDF. And I just want to make a little, I don't know, public service announcement, I guess. I have some friends that are designers that just do PDFs. And I've been chatting with them, and they've noticed that I think due to file sharing, sales have dropped a little bit. And I know none of my viewers that are watching this are play any part in this. But if you know someone that is sharing PDFs or, you know, printing them off and selling them or whatever they're doing, please do your part and, you know, stop it, because it's hurting the designers. One of them described it as tiny little cuts that just keep coming. Imagine how painful that is. So, you know, just support our designers. Not everybody can put tracking in them. I think Heaven and Earth Designs puts tracking in their PDFs, I believe. But not everybody can do that. And it's just, PDFs are only just a few bucks for the most part. So let's do our part, show some love and some support, and, you know, keep those PDFs safe. All right, back to the PDF. So this is a Cherry Hill Stitchery pattern, and Java Girl Stitches and a few others are hosting a stitch along, and it's Have a Cup of Cheer Sal. This is the needle bling, the floss bling that I am using. This is from Chris Yoo as the Yoo Flies, a good friend of mine. And these are the colors that I am using. The only called for color that I'm using is Turkish red, but those are the other colors. And this is where I'm at. I am a lazy Q-snap stitcher, so I am filling everything in the Q-snap and then I will move it over to finish the words. I am loving this. This is on 18 count opalescent. It's an unnamed Aida from bestitchme, but it's pretty similar to Ice Queen. But I love the opalescent and I love this on the blue. So hopefully this will be a finish for my next video. And then the next one, this was my unicorn chart, or one of my unicorn charts. And I started this on my husband's birthday, and I worked on it on the Rincourt birthday as well. And this is the Clustered Stars by Blackbird Designs. This is out of print. I love it so much. Because I'm already using the floss bling that Chris sent me of me and my husband for our anniversary piece, I'm using Shadow for this one because she's just as special to us. And I believe I'm using all of the called for Weeks dye works. It's just so pretty. I love that color palette. It's just that is so pretty. This is on, let me cheat really quick. This is on 18 count Sleep from bestitchme. So I got the border, and I need to fill in the house. I got a ways to go, but at least I got the house to the fill-in point. But I love like this grayish blue background for this. It's just so pretty. So my older daughter is at work, and since I'm in the dining room / living room, I have the door open to her bedroom so that her kitty can wander. And Ace is sitting there peeking out the door like, Grandma, why are you talking to yourself? And it's so funny. She's just sitting there staring at me like I'm a crazy person. Hi, Asa. All right, so the next one was a new start that I started on Veterans Day because it's patriotic and it's Christmas. So I decided to start it there. Here's my other floss bling. I love this one. I'm using the called for. And this I'll have to enter a picture as well. What is this on? It doesn't have the paper. So I will have to put it down below because I don't remember. And I thought that I had the paper on it. But this is my start. I could not put this down. Could not. Look at that. The twins are geniuses when it comes to designing patterns, and the colors are just beautiful. I fell in love with this when I saw Chrissy's, Finally a Farm Girl, when I saw her finish, and I knew that I just had to stitch it. Her finish was just beautiful. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's so beautiful. I want to get back to this and get this done, but I don't know why I don't have the card in here. Usually I keep the card with it. Oh, I think this is Seraphim Fabric Dragon Dust. That's what it was, Dragon Dust. Why can't I get you back in the bag now? Yes, because it has like little hints. It's dark enough for the white to show up, but it has little hints of reddish in it. And I just ordered 2 more pieces so that I could use the same fabric for the series, because the second one was just released. And if you want to see that finished, go watch Chrissy's video, because it is stunning. And I'm going to stitch that because it has a gingerbread house in it. But I ordered 2 more pieces of Dragon Dust because of that. Oh, hey, it fell out of the bag. There it is. So it is Dragon Dust, 18 count, Seraphim Fabrics. There it is. And then my last whip, we're going to maneuver things around a little bit. There we go. My last whip, I am way behind on. I was invited by Fat Quarter Shop to participate in the Quilty Barn stitch along. I think this was for Stitchtober. But the thing is, I am turning mine into a Christmas stitch because I have a couple other Christmas farm stitches. So that is what I'm gonna do. And they sent me the DMC for it, and I am just using this because it was the closest to the farm theme that I have. I need to get a farm themed floss bling from Chris because I have farm pieces. And this is done on 18 count acorns from bestitchme, a very, very dark mottled fabric. And I started filling in the barn. And I think I'm gonna put presents and a little wreath button to make it Christmassy. But I'm loving it. I just need to get that fill-in done. I ordered a half yard of this acorns fabric because I love it so much. So ordered that. And that was the last of my whips that I worked on. Let's see what's next. Let's do another giveaway. This one, I know it's past Halloween, but people stitch Halloween all year long. And this was also donated by Carla from Cobweb Corner and wasn't claimed. And it's so adorable. So let's make this number 3. And this is Halloween Parade. And that's number 3. So we'll put that with the giveaway. Okay. Let's do what's new at the Fat Quarter Shop. I'm a little bit behind, so I know y'all have probably watched everybody's videos and seen what's new, but I'm saying, if you haven't, this came and I was like, what? This box? They use really, really nice boxes. And this is an acrylic storage unit, and I wanted to unbox it with you. Came in bubble wrap inside that sturdy box. And look at this. This, I think I'm gonna use it for buttons because, and maybe buy another 1 or 2 because I have a bunch of buttons. But this is really sturdy and you can stack them, which is really nice. And it even has the little, I don't think you can see it in the video, it has a little Fat Quarter Shop, there you go, emblem on it. Like, this is so nice. So I'm excited to use this and maybe snag a couple more for my buttons. And I will link Fat Quarter Shop below so you can check it out as well. So, and then they sent an envelope of goodies. I think they're really, really trying to get me to start quilting. I think that's what they're trying to do. Because my friend Melissa, when I started to look into quilting, was talking to me about these. They sent these square and a square quilt block foundation. So this is a 4.5 inch. And then this is a 3.5 inch. And then this is a 2.5 inch. I mean, aren't these so cool? They would make it so much easier. 1.5 inch. And then a 1 inch. I love them. They're so tiny. And then Geneva. This is a quilt pattern by It's So Emma. And guess what? This is going to be giveaway number 4 because I have quilters that watch me even though I don't quilt. So thank you so much. And I wanted you guys to also have something that you would want to join. So quilt pattern is number 4. Okay. And then this is Rose in Bloom. And this is, look at this. Okay. So it's spiral bound, fat quarter shop, and they just put so much thought into these It's So Emma patterns. It's very sturdy, like not cardboard, but poster board, something like that. And it's just step by step. And I love this. This is a really, really pretty pattern. Someday I will learn to quilt. I'm collecting these because I want to make them all of them. And then the other cool thing that they sent, which I think I'm going to use these. I can't remember how many there are in here, but there is a bunch. And I think I'm going to use these for my birthday start, which I'll talk about. But look at, they sent those floss drops. They're egg-shaped farm fresh eggs, and I love them so much. Let me see if it tells me. Oh, 20 floss drops are included in that, so that's exciting. So yeah, I will link Fat Quarter Shop down below. I am so humbled and honored that I was contacted to be part of promoting such an amazing company and trying out their products. I love it so much. So there is that. So that was what's new at Fat Quarter Shop. Let's do some stitchy kindness, shall we? Well, it's stitchy and just kindness in general. I received a card in the mail, and it was a beautiful card, and it was a little surprise from Daylene. And it was so sweet. She wrote me such a nice note that just said, "Happy we're friends." And look at those floss drops. That's Maisie's nose. I love it. So cute. So thank you so much, Daylene, for thinking of me. Daylene is so thoughtful. She is so grateful on Flosstube, and I will link her down below. I am very thankful for Daylene, because if it wasn't for her reaching out to me during the pandemic and saying, "Hey, I have this idea, I think it would be great for you to do," because she is the brain behind Interview with the Flosstuber. She came to me with the idea, you know, just to do during the pandemic as extra content. I came up with a list of questions, sent them to her. She gave me input, revised it, and you know, that's how I came out with my 15 to 18 questions. And y'all love it, and it makes me so happy. So thank you, Daylene, for just being an amazing friend and for such great ideas. You truly are just so thoughtful and giving. And if you've not checked out her channel, please go do so. And Daylene was also my first interview. Since it was her idea, she was my guinea pig, and I think it went really well. And it's been 1.5 years of doing the interviews, basically. So yeah, so thank you, Daylene, for thinking of me. The other kindness that I have is from Chrissy, finally a farm girl. We did an interview, the interview with a Flosstuber, and that's my most recent interview, and we hit it off. We have so much in common. It was crazy. And we talk, message each other almost every day. She sent me some gifts. I've sent her some gifts. We're so excited to get to meet each other at StitchCon. I wish we lived closer. She's Florida, I'm Washington. Could not be further apart. But thanks to technology, you know, and the phone and that kind of stuff, you know, we keep in touch. But I feel like we've been friends forever, which is amazing. She's just awesome. And so we have a love of gingerbread, and what she did, because the Hobby Lobby for me is about 45 minutes to an hour away over a huge bridge that I really do not like to drive over. She went and grabbed a whole bunch of gingerbread stuff from Hobby Lobby for me as a gift. So she grabbed me these two ornaments. Aren't they adorable? And she grabbed me the gingerbread house. So these aren't going on my tree. These are going to go on my gingerbread display. This is my favorite. And when she showed it, I knew I had to have it. So I messaged her, and that's, you know, where did you find that? And then she went and got them for me. Look at that. This is my favorite. I love this so much. This is the cutest thing ever. And then she grabbed me a little hand towel. So thank you so much, Chrissy. I am so blessed that we became friends thanks to the interview series, I guess. And I can't wait to meet you in person. It's gonna be so awesome. Okay, I'm gonna reach and move things. So this other stitchy kindness, there were two, but I'm gonna show one. And when I get the other one, because my older daughter is at work, so she was already using these. This, of course, is from Chris as Yoo Flies. So I had contacted her and said, hey, could I have some, you know, Jewish floss blings made for my older daughter, because that's what she likes to stitch. And she surprised me with two. This is one of them. Look at that. The other one was cookies and such, but I think my daughter's using that and I don't want to go rummage through her room. And I did not think to grab it, but I will show it in a future video. But look at that. And then they do come with the rings, and you saw how they're used. This says, warmth of joy, glow of prosperity, sparkle of happiness. May you be blessed with all these and more. And it's so pretty. And so those are from my daughter. So thank you, Chris. I will link her Etsy shop down below. You have to be really quick in order to get the floss blings, and you should follow her on Instagram as well, because she will post updates and such. But these I am obsessed with. I just love them so much. I think maybe in the next video, I will pull all the ones that I have out and do like a little floss bling parade, because I have a lot and I love them. And she's just amazing. The other haul that I got was nothing super fancy and crazy, but I did place an order with Fat Quarter Shop, and I did get a whole bunch of sticky board. I love sticky board. And doing those flat folds, they take up a lot of space. Oh, and I got some smaller ones too. Or they take up a lot of sticky board. So that is a must-have for me, is I just keep restocking sticky board. Now this next one, I was so excited to see. I follow Thebrassbutton on Instagram, and the bags, I've never had a bag from Brassbutton until now. And I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Because for Veterans Day, they listed this Marine Corps and it has a handle. But the cool thing is, it's big enough to fit an 11 by 11 Q-snap. Look at that. I love it. I've been dying to put my my Blackbird designs in this because it was started on my husband's birthday and the Marine Corps birthday. So I managed to snag another bag from the Brassbutton because there were some seasonal ones listed and there was a Hanukkah one. So that one is on its way to me and that's going to be for my daughter. I'm very excited to give her a project bag for her stitching. So this is awesome. I will link the Brassbutton down below. I guess you have to be really quick and lucky to get one of these bags. So, all right, I'm reaching, sorry. The next, I placed an order with Carla from Cobweb Corner. And I really needed floss, but you know, floss can't travel alone. So I picked up the Cricut Collection Christmas. Look at that. I don't think this will get done this year, but this is a must stitch for next year. And then I got some floss. Just a few things. So what I decided to do was I'm gonna start ordering a few floss every order that I do from different places because I keep track of what fancy floss I have. I have a full set of DMC, so I don't need to keep track of that. But and so I ordered 3 of the Classic Colorworks, starting with the A's that I didn't have. And I think I'm just going to keep doing that until I get a full set. So that's what I did for that. But Carla is making these neat little floss cards or project cards. And she made this like paper crafting. And they're really sturdy. They're thick. And then on the back, you could put the info in and then drop it inside your project bag. So it says project name, designer, start date, end date, and fabric. But it's so neat that she made these. I'm pretty sure she's selling these. So if you go follow her on Instagram, I see her posting. And then I'll link her website down below. But I'm excited to try this out. I think I'll put this with my Thanksgiving start. Which is going to be the Gather In from Plum Street Samplers, and use this. So it's pretty cool. She's so talented and she's so amazing, and she has a Flosstube channel too. So, and I think she started making jewelry again too. I saw on her Instagram stories. So she's just amazing. So you should definitely go check her out. And then while we were at Anna's hanging out, you know, Janine comes and hangs out with us, and she swung by the store and she brought mine and Anna's order with her. It's like personal delivery. I did think I got some floss too, but I did grab this, and y'all have seen it. I love it. It's so cute. At first I was really honest with them when we were together. I was like, I don't know if I'm a big fan of this. And Anna said, well, maybe it's because of the fabric. And I said, you know, maybe. So I think, you know, we'll see what I end up stitching. But this is the Brenda Gervais. And where did I put it? Let me reach really quick. So what I'm gonna do is stitch a couple of small ones. And I found this globe at Michael's. Well, it doesn't have a number on it. It's regular $20, but it was like 40% off. And I got some fake snow from the Dollar Tree. And I think what I'm going to do is stitch a couple of those pieces and stick them in here and make a little display. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm excited for that. I need to get that done for my winter display. And then, of course, I got some floss. And I think what I'm going to do is stitch a couple of small ones. And I found this globe at Michael's. Well, it doesn't have a number on it. It's regular $20, but it was like 40% off. And I got some fake snow from the Dollar Tree. And I think what I'm going to do is stitch a couple of those pieces and stick them in here and make a little display. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm excited for that. I need to get that done for my winter display. I had her grab a couple of 26s Pat Carson needles because yes, Pat Carson's needles I think are no longer going to be manufactured because of the manufacturer shutting down, and she was having a hard time finding a different one. There was an official announcement through Stitchery Express, which Pat Carson is active in, and it did say that they were no longer going to be manufactured. So I got 2 more packs. I have a bunch, so I'm stocked up. Those are my go-to needles. I'm gonna be so sad. I'm really, really hoping that a miracle happens and that she's able to find another manufacturer because I need them. All right, my other haul is from Love Jody Marie on Etsy, and she makes amazing wooden decor, and I've bought from her before and I couldn't resist. She made little gingerbread people. These are the smaller versions, I believe, and then a snowman, and then a couple of candy canes. So that's what I got from her. And I think it's so neat that she makes these. And if you follow her on Instagram, you'll see she posts pictures of like her daughter and post videos of her making these and the process and that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. What is this? So I got an order from, okay, another Etsy shop that y'all should check out that I've become friends with the owner, I guess. She's a fellow Ray Dunn hunter, Vicky, and she just goes and hunts and has the best luck between her and her friend on finding Ray Dunn pieces. And she grabs them for me and ships them to me and charges me just for, you know, the retail price and the shipping. And I appreciate it so much because she finds stuff that I can't find here. I have the baking mugs coming from her that I've not seen really any mugs locally here. So I appreciate her so much. She has a cross stitch / quilting Etsy shop, y'all. It is Spun Sugar Quilt Designs, Spun Sugar Quilts on Etsy. So I will link that down below, but I placed an order and I wish I would have got this done in time, but maybe next year. Is that just not the cutest? Mrs. Kringle's Cookie Company. The thing for me though is I'm not going to put the Mrs. Kringle's because I don't make the cookies in my house. So I'm just going to put Cookie Company or maybe Mr. Kringle's. I don't know. But my husband does all the baking and the cooking. But I just thought it was really cute. And the other thing that I noticed is, do you see the Santas? Representation matters and diversity matters. Look at that. Love it. Very cool. Very, very cool. And then I also, and I don't want to tell you all about this little secret. She's got fabrics. And I don't want people to go and like buy them up, but I want you to support her. But I got 18 count caramel macchiato from Pfeiffer on a whim, and it's an 18 by 27. I think it's a little darker, less yellowish than what's showing, unless y'all see it better in the video. But yeah, so I got that. So a little shout out for Vicky, and thank you so much for, you know, always grabbing the Ray Dunn and thinking of me when you're out hunting. She just sends me pictures on Instagram. She's like, you want this? You want this? My friend grabbed this. And I'm like, yes, no, yes, please. Oh my gosh, yes. So that's a lot of fun. All right. Be Stitch Bee time. I participated in Friday Night Fight Night, and then Brandy sent me a couple extra fabrics to show you all as well. This is an 18 count Nevermore. Look at that. This is so cool. And then that's the back. Look at that. So that's Nevermore. I love that. Brandy is a dyeing genius. This is the Howling, and this is also 18 count. Love it. It's a perfect Halloween piece. I mean, it could also be a fallish piece too, if you had the right pattern. Spooky. I love this one. This is close to, this reminds me of the dirty chalkboard. So spooky would be another good option for any of the housewives patterns that use the black, because I use the dirty chalkboard. But this could also be another option. And then this one I love. So I recently switched my fabric of the month for her. I am now getting a half yard of the neutrals and then a smaller cut of the opalescent neutrals. So I'm super excited for that. And then she'll still send the silks for me to show you, because her silks are to die for. And I'm so happy that a few of you have reached out and said that you signed up for her fabric of the month. It makes me so happy. Don't forget that I also have a discount code. It's a one-time discount code. Even if you've ordered from her before and you haven't used the code, you can still use it, and that'll be down in the description box. This is At the Pond, and this is 18 count opalescent. This is just beautiful. This screams like Easter or spring to me. I love opalescent. I know some people find it hard to stitch on, but I love how it just adds that extra little blingy to it. Okay, so my last haul is from this place called TenntuckyMarketplace. To my fellow Rae Dunn people, everybody was crazy over the gumball machines. And oh, you can't see it, but I have the Hobby Lobby gumball machine over here, and I managed to get a Target one, but it was red. So this is the Target one, okay? I haven't used it because I really want to strip the paint and change the color. I like the white one because the white one can be used for everything, but I might keep this and use it for Christmas since it's red. Okay, so I'm part of Rae Dunn Facebook groups, and this is the coolest thing ever. It took them quite a while to ship it, but it was worth it. Woo! Did not break. It sounded like it broke, but it didn't break. So they make these little stands that come in pieces, right? And I have never put this together, so we're gonna figure it out. They say to glue it, so right now we're just gonna do it for just showing you purposes, and I'll glue it later. Let's see. There it goes. Okay, so they make these little stands. They just pop together. They say to glue it, but the reason is because if you look at these, this is hollow, and you don't, like, people have been shoving tissue paper down there or whatever else. This there we go. So this goes in there and makes a little stand. So now you don't have to waste putting things in there. You could just have a little stand and fill it up from there. I just thought this was the coolest thing ever. And it was like $10. Shipping was included. And I need another one for my weight one now too, but they only had one left and I was able to snag it. So I will link TenntuckyMarketplace on Etsy down below because this is the coolest thing ever. So, all right, that's my video. That was a lot. That was a lot. For the giveaways, please be 18 so you can give me your address. Be a subscriber publicly. I would appreciate it. I want to support my subscribers. And just make sure you double check to see if you're publicly subscribed. Don't say giveaway, don't say free, all that other stuff. I forgot to say that during the giveaway portion, but I did it throughout the video. So y'all know the routine. My plans. I don't typically do plans, but I want to finish the Cherry Hill pattern and finish the Brenda Gervais Snowman one to do that globe display. I did do some other shopping that I posted on Instagram. I'm not going to pop them in here, but the Dollar Tree had a whole bunch of metal tins and I bought a bunch. And the cool thing with those metal tins is they can be used in the display as like elevation tools as well as decor. So I bought a whole bunch of those. So if you have a Dollar Tree, definitely go check that out for grabbing stuff. And Walmart, Target, Dollar Spot. I managed to get the little mini bottles like what I had for Halloween. They have 3 packs of Christmas ones, and they're selling for an insane amount on the aftermarket. And I was having Vicky look for them because she managed to find one set. And I went into Target yesterday actually to get something for my younger daughter, and of course the Dollar Spot's right there, and I about died. So on the end cap, they had 2 3-packs left on the end cap, and then this lady standing there with literally one of the Target baskets filled, like she emptied the entire end cap shelf of those little mini bottles. And I was like, so I grabbed the 2 that were on there because there's 3 sets of 3, and she had left 2 sets on there. And so I turned to her and I said, could I please just grab one of the 3rd set from you? I use them for my display and I really, really love them. It would be great if you let me have one. And so she actually did without an attitude, which was really nice. So I managed to get all 3 sets from Target of those little bottles. And if you want to see them, actually, you know what? I will just I'll try and see if I can insert the pictures here. Those are so cool for the display. So I managed to get that, and then a couple Rae Dunn things. So keep your eyes peeled because Goodwill, Target, Walmart, all those different places will have different decor things that are great for displays if you do any sort of decorating. So that was a lot of fun. But for plans, so I'm going to do those 2. My Thanksgiving start is going to be the Gather In from Plum Street Samplers. I honestly don't know if I'm going to do a Christmas start. If I do, then it'll probably be the new release from Twin Peak Primitives, the Christmas one that was, I can't remember the exact name, but it's in the series of the patriotic one. So hopefully the patriotic one will be finished by then. So then my birthday is January 4th, and New Year's Day obviously is January 1st. So I think what I'm going to do is for a New Year's / birthday start, I think that I'm going to start this. The Houses of Hawk Run Hollow. But I'm going to do it in the DMC because I cannot afford all of the silks that are called for in this. So I think it'll be really pretty in the DMC, or maybe I'll get the silks if they're variegated for the houses. We'll see. I'll make a trip down to Acorns and see if it's worth it. But I think that this is going to be my New Year's and my birthday start since they're so close together on that. So that's my plans. I've been doing a little thinking, and I probably should have said this at the beginning, but if you're with me now, then thank you. I think for the new year, for the interviews, I think I'm going to do the interviews once a month. With things opening back up, people going back to work, scheduling is becoming a challenge. And so I think it would be easier and less stressful for everybody if I just went and did the interviews once a month. I know so many of you look forward to them, but that would give me the opportunity to go back to Flosstubes every 2 weeks instead of basically once a month. So I hope that y'all are okay with that. I don't want to give up the interviews. They're amazing. But I think in January, I am going to go to once a month. The other big thing is Chrissy, Finally Farm Girl, and myself are planning on doing a live. So keep an eye out for the information to be released. We'll be talking about it in our video and also on Instagram. But I think we were thinking December 22nd, more so probably in the evening. So just keep an eye out. What I will probably do is either talk about it in my next video or do an announcement in the announcement section on my YouTube channel as well. So I'm very excited for that. Like I said, we hit it off and we've just become close friends so quickly. And I'm excited to do a live with her, and it'll be hosted here on my channel. So keep an eye out for that. I think that is it. So what'll happen for December is I may have one interview with a Flosstuber in December, and then our live will kind of be in the place of that. And then I'll start once a month in January. So we'll see how that goes. But if y'all have suggestions for Flosstubers, keep them coming. Leave them in the comments. I am adding to my list and learning about new Flosstubers every day. So thank you for that. So, all right, I've rambled long enough. I hope that you all have an amazing couple of weeks. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, which is next Thursday for us, I hope that it is just an amazing, relaxing day. It'll be the 4 of us here. We managed to get a turkey. People keep saying there's a turkey shortage. My husband managed to grab a turkey. But it'll just be the 4 of us and a day off for everybody just to be together and eat lots of food, and I'll be stitching a lot. So until I see you all again, happy stitching, everybody.